Yeah, so I did not have my ducks in a row last week. My apologies for that. I'm sure you were heartbroken at not having colloquium last week. But hopefully you managed that trauma and are doing better now.
Yeah, thank you.
Preview to next week. Next week we're going to be tackling the next chapter in Johnson's Where Good Ideas Come From. It's on the slow hunch. So try to get that read for next Friday. Today is going to be directed largely by the cabinet, but I want to make a few announcements before I turn it over to them. Number one, check your, what is it, I don't know what they call it, your registration system for, what do you call it? What's the system for getting classes?
Student Center.
Student Center. Check your Student Center to see if you have a hold on your account from the honors program. We put holds on the accounts of students whose GPAs are below the cumulative GPA requirement of 3.3 for the honors program, okay? Now, in some cases, you may be asked to come in and talk to either Cam or I to get that hold removed. Let me just give you sort of a general frame of reference for what happens there. Basically, we've got a probation system in the honors program where we recognize that sometimes you get off to a slow start, you've got a tough quarter, and your GPA can dip, or you can start off not as high as you might have wanted to. And so we give you 2 quarters to bring your GPA up, and we're willing to put around you any support that you may need. So it's not intended to be punitive. It's more intended to be a space where you can come and talk through what some of the challenges might have been for you and help to brainstorm and figure out how we can move ahead in a direction that allows you to have the kind of success that you want to have. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, at least it does to like 5 people. Good. Now, we may do a probation contract with others, and that basically is just our way of communicating with you clearly that the probation terms are in place. And once we have the probation contract, we take the hold off your account. All right? Again, the goal is not to be punitive. The goal is to make sure we're touching base. So this is part of a strategy that's called intrusive advising. Right? Intrusive advising is this principle that says we're going to stick our noses in as often as we can to make sure that if things are starting to go off track, we can help you get them back on track before it's too late. All right? So we engage in intrusive advising to try to make sure we're helping you stay on track. Because college is a big change from high school, and one year can be tougher than the next when you're in college. All right? Any questions about any of that? No? Okay. Number 2, community service hours.
Yes.
Number 1, how's that going for you?
It's going great.
In some cases, it's probably going well. In other cases, perhaps it's not going so well. I'm going to encourage you to get on top of community service hours. If you are uncertain what you can do for community service, I'm going to have you touch base with Lana, because Lana sent out an email. Was it you that sent out the email with all those links? Oh, Excel.
Campus, I believe.
Cam sent it out.
We both
Actually-
got the information, then we set it out.
Yeah, touch base with Excel. Raise your name, Excel. Touch base with Excel, and she can connect you with all kinds of opportunities. Okay? In addition, Coyote Cares Day is coming up. Yep, Coyote Cares Day is awesome. For those of you that in your first year, Coyote Cares Day is a day where CSUSB blitzes the community in a one-day big push effort to do community service and make a difference in the lives of people around us. In the past, they've had room for about 600 people, so it's a big event. It starts here on campus. You get a t-shirt. Oh yeah, well, you want to say something about it?
I do. I work personally with the Office of Community Engagement, and sign-ups are going to start February 14th.
Okay, Sign-ups start February 14th? I thought I saw it
Valentine's
said
Day.
the 12th. It's not the 12th, it's the 14th.
Hey, you can try, but for sure by the 14th.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. In the past, clubs could put together a team list of 20. And that's going away this year. This year, we don't get 20 spots automatically. So this year, what I would love to see is the honor students hit that registration system hard right away so that 350 honor students make up more than half of the students that are doing
Yeah.
Coyote Cares Day.
Let's get it.
All right? So we're going to send out information about how to register for Coyote Cares Day, but you're going to have to be quick and jump on that as soon as the registration opens because it's a really popular event. The day starts off, as I was saying, here on campus. You get a free t-shirt. T-shirts look good this year. I like them. I got one already.
What color are they?
Well, if it's the one that I got, it's like a dark blue.
Ooh. All
It's kind of
right.
nice, yeah. Now, maybe they'll be giving out a different one, but the one I got, the volunteer shirt I just got was, yeah. And then they break everybody up into teams and either put us in vans or on buses and take us to different sites around the community to do community service. And then at the end of that, everybody comes back here and there's a big party.
Marshall, look.
Oh. Ta-da.
Oh, that's last year's.
Hold on.
Yep.
And then on the back.
CSUSB volunteer. Okay, so be on the lookout for that and take advantage of it. It's a really cool event and people have a good time doing it. All right? I feel like there was one more. Oh, classes for next quarter. Week 4, that means we're gearing up. You need to be registering for honors. Well, first year students need to register for honors 104C. That's oral communication. And you need to register for first year students honors 105C, sophomores honors 205C. All right? So for honors requirements, that's what you're registering for. Any questions about that? No. Okay, well then seeing none, I'm going to turn it over to your fearless captain.
All right, hello everyone. Hi. Okay, so if you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, do a little jig.
Oh my God.
No, stand up and do a little jig. It's Friday, come on. Stand up. I'm not moving on until everyone stands up and does my jig.
All right. Yay. All right.
So everyone in the last 6 rows, please stand up. Everybody in the corners, by the doors, please stand up. I see y'all. Alright, now? Alright, everyone good? Alright, you can hear me? Do a little dig. Come on. You can do that too. For example. Alright, okay, everyone sit down. Come up and break Alright, everyone good? Okay, I know we have some people who came in late, so if anyone has a sign-in sheet, could you please raise it up for those who came in late? Is it just the 2 sign-in sheets? Okay, then if you can see those, go ahead and sign in. So we're going to start with some quick announcements, and then afterwards we're going to talk about the cabinet's new restructuring plan for the next year. And then afterwards we're going to break off into our mentoring groups, all right? So pass it off to Lana.
Hi guys. So we've got a couple of minutes. Nicole, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, so we do have the open mic night coming up actually, which is when you go, it's gonna be in the big room in Honors Lounge. 147 I believe is 148, just kidding. There you go. Okay, so basically that's just gonna be an event where you can come and like present your poems, sing, dance, whatever you want. It's open mic. It's February 15th at 3 to 7, and there will be cookies made by us. We made really good cookies, so be sure to check those out. We also have donuts on Valentine's Day, February 14th. So even if you don't want to have somebody, you got something sweet.
Nice.
And you guys said it wasn't funny. We also do have the snowboarding trip, February 25th. So be sure to check that out. We're gonna go snowboarding. And then San Diego, the San Diego spring break trip as well. You just gonna do that?
That's out Monday.
The email's gonna come out Monday for that. And I believe that's all that we have.
So any quick questions about the events that we just mentioned? And also a quick little thing about the snowboarding trip, it is on a Sunday, and the cost is usually $70, however, Honors is covering half of that, so you only pay $35, and if you're interested, you go pay for that in the rec center. Awesome, right? And it's the first 10 people. I know there's at least 3 spots filled. Me and Itchel will be there, of course, so if you want a familiar face, we're there. So just any other questions before we move on? No? Okay. Hold on tight because we have a bit of information and it might get a little confusing, so we hope we can help you go through all that. So just quick little reminder, we are your 2018-2019 cabinet. Kimberly, your president for this year. Does everyone else want an introduction or no? Okay. All right. You don't know me for today. So throughout this year, since we came in as the new cabinet members in summer, we've been deciding what is it that we want to do with the honors program. It's something that's been a sort of like challenge every single year, and so we were trying to figure out, to the best of our abilities, with the people that we have now, with the program that we are today, what can we do and how can we improve it? So first of all, what is a cabinet? First of all, do you guys know who your cabinet people are? Yeah. Thank you. All right. Now, if you guys happen to see us walking down, would you guys know our name, our face, or our position? Oh, yeah. All right. I know for a majority of the second years that's going to be the case, but for a lot of first years, it might not be. And that's something we hope we can change. We plan to be more involved with the program this year so that you guys can really get to know who we are and what we can do for you guys. Because we are here to build you guys up. This is the honors program, and it's all about building ourselves for the future. We are here to build each other up and to create leaders out of ourselves because we are tomorrow's future. All right? Woo! Thank you.
Nice.
Alright, so as I previously mentioned, we've noted some things from our previous cabinets. And I'm a 4th year, so I came in at the same time as Marshall did. So it's been a growing process. So we've seen the cabinet evolve a little bit each year. And as the program grows, we feel that some changes need to be made so we can better fit all. So we have some goals in mind that we really want to do. First of all, we want to strengthen the communication between past and incoming cabinets. In the past, it's just been kind of like, okay, we have our cabinets, and then a new one's elected, and then like, okay, try and figure out what we want to do. We want to start something where we can sort of train and like help out the incoming year, so that way when the new school year starts, they're settled and they know what they want to do and they have a goal in mind. We also want to strengthen the communication between the cabinet and the student body. I know for a lot of you guys probably don't know who we are quite well, especially if you guys don't spend a lot of time in the Honors Lounge. We want to change that, so we want to create more programs geared to everyone, as many majors as possible, as many fields, as many interests. It doesn't even have to be for school. It has to be academic. This is a college campus. But you know, we want to, thank you. But we want to really be here as a support to not only to motivate you guys in your classes, but also to encourage you as all as individuals and as creative individuals that you are. We also want to improve the efficiency and the structure, and we will get to that moving on. And so, how are we going to reach these goals? I will pass this to Anna.
So we created this little diagram to show what we plan. This is a lot different than what was written in the past, so I'm going to start. There was two ideas of how this was going to happen. The first idea was cabinet was too widespread. It was too large, it wasn't focused, so we said we need to reduce cabinet size to a key amount of individuals. Then there was also the idea of the body is growing, so cabinet needs to grow with it. So we came up with a compromise of both. So with it we have representatives that form the outer ring and the core, which is a more focused, small group. Student assistants are also thrown in there, but that will come up later. So for the core, we have our president, former president, and we'll kind of get into that later, what all these mean. There's vice president, treasurer, and public relations. That is also a new office position that we are offering. It's going to be more with, again, public relations, kind of getting everyone in contact, making a large presence on social media, marketing, and so forth. Okay. And we also have representatives. This is where it gets interesting. This is the outer ring. It's very, again, large to accommodate the growing student body. So there's going to be a representative from each college. You notice that there's two from natural science because that is the largest group. So our thoughts are one representative would represent the health center fields such as kinesiology, nursing, and health sciences. And then the other ones such as math, engineering, physics, biology, chemistry would be from the other representative. So again, one from each college except for natural sciences, and then one for each of the year standings, as well as two housing representatives, one for the freshmen and then one for the second LC, which is sophomores and second years. And so, like I said, we also throw student assistants in the mix. As you guys know, I'm a student assistant, Jeff is a student assistant, and so we would form the bridge between the cabinet, or I guess the board now, between the board and the administration. So we are kind of that bridge that links the two. And so now I'll pass it off to Sierra.
Can you hear me? Are you guys okay if I don't use the microphone?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. Sorry I was late. I was presenting at a thing with OSR. So for those of you who know me, I'm a political science major, and I'm just going to set this down. I really love elections, and I think that our elections can be so much fun this year, so why not make them fun? So we're going to drag it out. So it's going to start with self-nomination. So what this means is that if you want to run for office, you just submit your name. We'll have an email. You can email it to csuhonors@csusb.edu, and nominate yourself. So you have about 10 days to do that. And then we're going to have a meeting. So April 12th is a Friday. We're going to meet at 1. We'll send you the location. And basically it's going to run through like whatever position you're deciding to run for, what that entails, and how exactly our election process is going to work. And then you have to get signatures. So the idea behind this is, so we have signatures and interviews. So signatures, you have to get 51% of the people who you're trying to represent. I know that seems like a lot. Trust me, it comes out to like 11 people for some positions because some of the people, like representatives, are representing small groups. But the idea behind it is signatures is the student body getting to know you. Like you need to be in touch with the people who you're going to be representing for you to represent them accurately and to represent them well. And then interviews is just for us to get to know you so we can make that transition a little bit easier. And so we have signatures from April 12th to April 19th, interviews from April 29th to May 3rd, and that's just going to be a few of us, a handful of us. It's not like there's going to be like Marshall and Cam, and it's going to be all scary. It's just with your peers, and there's going to be like 2, maybe 3 of us, so no need to worry about that. And then debates. So this is like one of my favorite parts. I'm really excited about this. We're going to use the big room in the Honors Lounge and have debates. So certain positions will debate on certain days and certain times. So if you guys have a question, or if you don't know who to vote for, come in and ask them questions. See what their platform is about. Get to know them as a candidate. And then elections will be May 17th through May 19th. Are there any questions about that? We'll have more information as it draws closer, but we wanted to make sure that we had elections earlier so that we have more time to smooth the transition between the incoming cabinet and the outgoing cabinet. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
Questions, comments, concerns? Yes?
Are the elections going to be online, or do we vote in the lounge?
Online. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so then we'll know on Monday who won what. Other questions? Okay.
So, can you guys hear me? Okay, so remember how I said that we're having a former president? This is where that comes in. So, all the positions will be up for election except for one. This is the change that we came up to kind of address the problem of transitioning to the new cabinet. So what was decided, and we hope that you guys are okay with it, is the position of president will not go up for election. So the way that one will work is the person who's vice president would go into that role, so that way they are there for 2 terms, if that makes sense. So they're elected as vice president, and then for the next year, they're moved into the role of president, and the president from before will become the former president, who is present as kind of like someone for advice. So they've been there, they've done that, they kind of know like all the, not shortcuts, but like how to do things, you know? So that's our idea with that. Does that make sense? Any questions?
Good.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and so, do you guys have any further immediate questions that are coming to mind right now? No? Okay. Well, if you guys do have some questions, concerns, suggestions, okay, so Monday there's going to be a Qualtrics survey sent out just asking everyone's like opinion, just like, okay, how are we going into this? We also have the cabinet office available. Posted on the door outside of CJ 147, we have printed each cabinet member's office hours, so a time that you can find us. And there's always going to be someone every single day. And so just check out the door if you really want to talk to us personally, or you want to start getting more involved and you want advice as to how you can start making yourself more, I don't know, recognizable to everyone in preparation for the elections. And then also next week we're going to be hosting a forum. So we mentioned this before in previous colloquiums, but we are doing a forum where various members of the cabinet will be present in the large classroom so we can talk about some of the plans and ideas that we have coming up in the future. And so because of the elections, we're going to be having the forum both Thursday and Friday, same time, 1 to 1:30 next week. Was there anything else?
Does everybody know what our office hours are, or would it be helpful if we said them right now?
Say them.
Thank you for the feedback.
Okay.
Appreciate it. So my office hours are in Cajon Hall 147 from 10 to noon on Fridays.
Oh, hello. Didn't see you there, guys. Yeah, this is John Paul speaking, and my office hours are going to be from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Thursdays for anyone who's available or even awake at that time.
We have a coffee maker.
Oh yeah, we have coffee. That's not enough.
All right, and then my office hours on Mondays, Wednesdays from 3 to 4 p.m.
My office hours are on Tuesday from 8 to 10, and I won't be in the office then, but I will be at the front desk available.
My office hours are Wednesday at 10 a.m. to 11, and then Friday from 9 a.m. to 10.
Mine are Monday 12 to 1 and Wednesday 12 to 1. But I'm also always studying in the lounge, so you can basically catch me whenever.
My office hours are from Friday, 12 to 2.
And mine are on Thursday from 1 to 3 p.m.
Okay, so we're just about to wrap up here, but I wanted to go off a little bit, if you don't mind. Sorry, what?
So what's new?
What's new, John Paul?
Lots of things, guys. I mean, lots of things. I mean, too. Anyway, the main point that I want to get across is right now, cabinet obviously is not at its best, but we want your help in order to make it better and to get at its best. But that's not going to happen until all of us really start getting involved. If you don't care about it too much, then find a reason to care. Let us know so that way we can give you what you want. Our whole goal is to support you, to be there for you, to help you. We are here for you. And if there's no communication between us, just like a relationship, there's not going to be anything there for us to love each other about. Does that make sense?
Is that for announcements?
Yeah.
Okay, then we're going to start breaking off into our mentoring groups. So I'm going to ask if all the mentors who are present could please stand up.
I was selected to just be the computer.
Alright, and I think anyone who's trying to criminal justice. Just want to make this a quick thing process.
See you, John Paul. I love you all.
Okay. Okay, so up here you're going to see all your mentors. We're going to ask that they quickly introduce themselves as well as their majors, so you guys know who your people are. And if you guys would also like to maybe mention where you plan to go, so that way we can all rise and leave at the same time. Is that cool? So everyone just name, major you guys are going to be covering, and where you're going to be heading. All right, everyone good? All right, then we will start off to the right. Right to left.
I'm Dana. I'm a biochemistry major. I'll just meet you guys like right outside the door.
Woo!
Hi, I'm Gabe. I'm a math major, and I had a good group, so just meet me outside and we'll commandeer a classroom or something.
Yeah.
I'm Robert. I'm not a physics major, but I'll be covering computer engineering still. So you guys just meet me. We're going to go like right outside the college. It's a nice day out.
Woo! Moving on, we're just going to do like clap, clap, move on. Just to get this rolling.
Hi, my name is John Paul as well. So not the other John Paul, but try to have some of the physics majors come up, and we'll meet outside.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Andrew. I'm a studio art major, and we're just going to meet outside that door, that one. Not that one, but that one.
Okay, cool.
Hi everyone, I'm Asia. I'm a psychology major. Anyone who is in the social behavioral sciences will meet over there next to the elevator.
Hey, I'm Samuel. I am a computer science major, and if you need any information, we'll be meeting out in the lobby. Thank you.
Alright, I'm going to ask if everyone could please remain quiet, just so we can hear everyone's introductions. Alright.
I'm Nicole. I'm gonna meet all of our majors up here. So come on up.
Not yet, but.
Hi, Josh Hernandez, criminal justice major. I think there's like 4 of us, so we can just meet out that door.
Hi guys, I'm Sean, kinesiology, kines majors. We're heading to the lounge.
Maybe they don't know where that is.
Oh, who doesn't know where the lounge is at? The honors lounge. Everyone knows where that at?
Why are we so
We're kines majors, we actually.
Alright.
Put the camera back.
Okay, my name is Harmon. I'm a business major.
I'm Joseph. I'm a business major as well, preferably accounting and finance.
And we're gonna meet right back by those doors.
So just find us. And we'll find
All right, I'm Megan. I'm a liberal studies major. I know there's probably like 3 of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meet by the PAL's office, which is just down the first hall at the back of College of Education.
Not yet. Okay, alright, so for nursing people, okay, so nursing, you guys are going to go with Lana, and it's going to also be in the honors lounge, alright? Alright, if all of you who are kind of like left over, could you guys like move to this wall over here? And we guys are going to sort you out, alright? Alright, thank you. We're going to go
Pretend we know what we're doing. What's up, Kira? What's up, Daddy?
What are your majors?
Okay.
I don't know. Awesome. Communication. Cool.
I don't know.
One of them is anyone political science? Or is anybody? I know I have one. Is she here?